Yes, hello and welcome back. If you're enjoying what we're doing with Stockport County so far, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to get straight in with the end of season review for the 2027-28 season. Firstly, let's have a look at the new arrivals. Top new arrival on average rating, Florence Hottie from Burton, 34 appearances, 33 starts, 4 goals, 13 assists. Second best player just behind was Devante Cole, 39 games played, 27 starts, 22 goals, 7 assists, 7.36 average. Alfie Roberts in his 7 games averaged 7.34. Lewis Webb averaged a 7.08 in his 46 games. So both goalkeepers doing a job for us. I mean, the whole side was virtually new. Ewan Henderson getting 15 goals in 32 starts, 36 appearances for him. 9 goals for Brandon Cover and 11 assists. He came in from Watford. Charlie Weston played 32 times, 14 starts. He got 3 goals and 5 assists. Jack Wells Morrison, also another midfielder, in 27 games, just 10 starts so for him. 4 goals, 1 assist. All those averaging above a 7. We go into the season results. The board expected us to win promotion. We won promotion, averaging 4,500 in attendance, 42% of the ground being filled there. Hopefully we can build on that, maybe 6,000-7,000 plus. Devante Cole, top goal scorer, 21, 105 points. We scored 3 defeats all season, 1-0 defeats to Hartlepool and Stevenage, and a 2-1 defeat to Havant and Waterlooville. FA Cup, we reached the second round. We beat Grantham in the 4th qualifying round, 5-0. Beat Wigan 3-0 away. League 2 Wigan, who were 4th, I believe, at the time, beat them 3-0. And then we lost to promotion pushing Burton Albion 1-0 at their place. They finished in... Is that right? They finished... Yeah, they did make the playoffs. They finished 6th, getting knocked out of the playoffs in the semi-final stage. So we had a really good run in the FA Cup. FA Trophy, of course, beat Stevenage 2-1, beat St Albans City 5-1, Torquay 4-0, Doncaster 2-1, Bath 2-1, and then that final against Crawley Town 2-1 defeat, conceding in the 90th minute. I think that was as well not long after, I believe it was McCann had hit the woodwork. So unfortunately there, but a final reached, our first final of the save. It wasn't to be. Hopefully we can go one better next time. Biggest win was the 7-0 victory that was actually on camera against Maidstone. That was earlier on in the season. That was in December. Devante Cole getting a 17-minute hat-trick there. Match to remember was, of course, the FA Cup game 3-0, where we just outclassed Wigan in that game. We were fantastic. And the goal of the season was a goal from McCann in the FA Trophy against Bath. And I think I may actually remember saying how good this goal was when it happened. Let's just go and watch this goal. Hopefully it generates a match report pretty quick, seeming to. Look at that, we absolutely dominated in terms of stats. First goal, McCann's free kick, a Kocha at the far post heading in, back across the goalkeeper. And here is the second goal, headed away. McCann takes touch. Yes, this is the goal I remember. That was awesome from McCann. And then the only goal we conceded from that free kick, brilliant free kick from Creswell. Wouldn't be surprised if that was their goal of the season as well. So that was that goal there, that 2-1 victory over Bath. Finances, sponsorship was slightly down to 125,000. Broadcast revenue also slightly down. Corporate and hospitality was up. Competition prize money was up from 37,000 to 104,000. And commercial and retail on the match day up from 400,000 to 530. Merchandise sales 70,000. 1,200 shirts sold. McCann being top of that list. Club reputation hasn't changed, still regional. No new sponsorship deals and no new notable sponsorship deals. Team of the season was Webb in goal, Penrice, Reid, Akosha and Kerr, Abbott sitting in front of them, Hottie and McCann in midfield, Henderson one side, Hasty the other, and Devante Cole up front. I mean, you just look at the goals scored by this team. Devante Cole 22, Charlie McCann 19, Ewan Henderson 15, Jake Hasty 13. 4 attacking players there, all getting double figures. One nearly getting to 20, one did get to 20. In terms of assists, Penrice 19 assists, Hottie 13 assists, McCann 13 assists, Devante Cole got 7 as well. Average rating, best player according to this was James Penrice, 7.56. Charlie McCann just behind him with a 7.55. Although those figures, Charlie McCann should be a lot higher than that. Now to the accolades, we'll just quickly look at the record breakers first. Devontae Cole, most overall goals by a player in a season, 22. Most goals by a player in a match, Devontae Cole getting 4. James Penrice with the most assists by a player in a season for 19. Most clean sheets by a player in a season, Lewis Webb with 21. And most man of the match awards, Charlie McCann getting 8 of those. Club awards, Fans Player of the Season, James Penrice. Young Player of the Season was Richie Reed. Signing of the Season, Lewis Webb. Goal of the Season, as we just saw, was Charlie McCann. Top goal scorer, Devontae Cole. Most assists, James Penrice, as we just mentioned. Same for the most man of the match awards, Charlie McCann. Our highest average rating was James Penrice, 7.6. I think it was 7.56, but they've just rounded that up. And most passes completed per 90 minutes. This shows how we played. Was Ben Barkley, 31-year-old experienced centre-back who sometimes played in that defensive midfield role as well. No competition awards there. Myself got the manager of the month for October, November, December and February, so that is fantastic. History in the making, won the league by a clear 18 points over Doncaster. That is one hell of a difficult playoff. Doncaster, Crawley getting boys through to the semi-finals, quarter-finals, Tranmere against Stevenage, Ebbsfleet against Maidstone. That is going to be very, very difficult. I don't envy any of those teams that are in there. And we'll quickly go through. It was a record number of high wins, 32 matches won. Players inducted to the best 11 as well. So there's going to be a lot of these players that we don't know. Luke Berry, Jamal, Hector Ingram, who I've had in a save previously. McCann's in there, Kerr's in there, Barkley, Kocha, Tunnicliffe, Penrice. The goalkeeper's not in there yet. Best 11, where are they? We're not too bothered because we haven't been here long enough to really know some of the players that are there. Club vision and expectation meeting. They want us to sign players to sell for a profit, work within the wage budget, and mid-table they expect this season. So they are really pushing for it. Dynamics, Barkley, Tunnicliffe and Cammy Kerr, all the team leaders, they will probably stick around for next season as well. I didn't accept that, did I? So accept the current vision, we're happy with that. End of season team meeting. Help us finish mid-table, everyone's happy with that. And that has gone as well as can be expected. New season team report, good standard of handling from the goalkeepers. Effective from through balls of 63 of total of 107 assists have come in that manner. Could do with more than just Lewis Webb able to play goal. That's probably because the other goalkeeper is a lone player. Not blessed regard to off the ball movement. We'll look at that mainly when we start bringing in players. End of season break, they'll be back on the 26th of June, so less than a month they've got off. So hopefully we can really find the right players to bring in. We'll get some players in on trial, we'll get some players scouted, and we'll see what is the way forward for this club. 1st of July, Josh Okocha has joined Dunfermline among 2 others. We have got 2 players coming in, Leon Davis and Xavier Benjamin, both defenders. Leon Davis is a fullback, can play also on the right wing as well. Decent numbers, pretty steady all over, can run with the ball down the right, gets forward whenever possible, curls the ball, brings the ball out of defence, so pretty good. What we needed, we need some more players in defence. Xavier Benjamin is a centre-back, getting some decent numbers in his physicals. If you move him across to a ball playing centre-back, first touch is good, heading's okay, marking, passing, tackling technique all pretty solid. Like I said before, physical's pretty solid, positioning's good, vision's good, work rate could do with a point or two more, but he is a good sign. And there was one more that came in, and he came in a little bit earlier. If I can remember what screen to go to. Transfer history. So there was one other guy came in, Lenny Ray Sierno, who is a Ghanaian, capped at under 23 level. Can play on the left hand side. Crossing's okay, his dribbling's very good. Pretty steady across the board in terms of numbers. His physicals are very good, very quick as well. Gets forward whenever possible, runs with the ball down the left and knocks ball past the opponent. So he should be another good signing. It strengthens the side up in defence, and we're going to have a quick look at where else we need to improve. I don't want to make too many changes, as you've seen in the past. Not one for making wholesale changes after promotions, but there will be a few more signings coming in for sure. So as we did last season, another lone goalkeeper. This time it's Jerome Nightingale, comes in on loan from Bristol City. He will be backup goalkeeper to Webb, providing we don't improve that position. But to be fair, Webb played so well last season that I am not looking at the moment to replace him. So another new signing through the door, John Lavercombe, 2-star centre-back, can reach a 3-star potential, 22 years of age. You may remember the name, for any of you that have been here since the start. one season he had on loan with us at Hinckley Leicester Road. 24 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, averages 7.16. Never left Notts County. Had 2 other loan spells in the Southern Premier Central and Panorama South. Doing a decent job last season with Farnborough. He has come to us on a free. He is more of a backup player, but he can play, if you remember, in that defensive midfield role and in a central midfield role if needs be. Not particularly great, I understand that. Good jumping reach, 6'4", big lad. He became available. It's nice to have him back at the club. 22 years of age. I think his career is going to be struggling at Football League level, but like I say, he's coming in. He can fill a multitude of roles, and that's exactly what we need from him this season. Next signing, George Alexander. He's a striker. In that advanced forward role, his dribbling's 11, finishing 11, first touch at 10, his passing 7, which is a little bit poor, technique of 11, work rate at 16, off the ball 13, decision 13, composure 12, anticipation 13, and his physicals, apart from his jumping reach, his pace is 13, his stamina is 14, his strength is a little bit low, is 7, balance 11, agility 11, and acceleration 13, runs with the ball through the centre, shoots with power, likes to try and beat the offside trap, and knocks the ball past the opponent. Right footed, can use his left though as well, 3 stars. He comes in, star rating wise, as our best striker at the club. We needed to improve the strike force. I know Devante Cole scored 22 goals this last season. He will still be around the side, but we needed a new guy in, and it is going to be George Alexander. £1,700 a week. His history looks like this. He came to the ranks at Millwall, played 1 league game for them in the Sky Bet Championship, has spent most of his time at Bromley in the Vanarama National, got 22 goals, 26 goals, 19 goals, 19 goals, 20, then got 21 in Sky Bet League 2, got 10 in Sky Bet League 1 last season. How did Bromley got relegated last season, so they got promoted for the playoffs, came bottom last season. So he has scored goals in every division, scored 137 goals in the Vanarama National, League 2 and League 1, getting 25 assists as well. So he's a very, very good striker. Hopefully he can do the job for us again. I mean, if he scores 20 plus goals for us this season, like he did for Bromley 2 seasons ago, we are well within a shout of getting promoted this season. Week out from the beginning of the season, and we're just going to have a look at the analyst reports. So we are below average in terms of acceleration. In terms of agility, we're above. In terms of balance, we're above. Jumping, fitness. So we've got, in terms of the average for the league, we're looking pretty good. Can we have a look at our defence? It's pretty good. Tackling is good. Acceleration in the defence and the heading is not great. But I tell you something, our tackling is fantastic. In the midfield, great tackling once again. Very good across the board here. Vision's very good. Passing's very good. Decision making, technical's all very good. And then moving to attack, heading's pretty low. Our finishing is excellent. So we've got nothing to fear. And the one thing I haven't yet looked at all, whether it be off camera or on camera, is the season preview. We are predicted to finish 7th. That is so impressive. Who is this team in the white and red? It is Sunderland. Wow, Sunderland, Bolton, Bradford all in this division. So we have a chance of potentially, I mean, if this goes the way it says it is, we're going to finish in the playoffs, and that gives us an outside chance of qualifying. Who else got promoted with us? Doncaster came up with us, 2nd place Doncaster. We're a week out from the start of the season. I cannot wait to see how good we are. We start our campaign at home against Gillingham, and then we have the game against Notts County. We're going to play that on camera because it is the first time that we have played in the League Cup. So we've got Gillingham, who are predicted to finish 19th. So definitely a winnable game here in the first game. We then play Notts County, who are, and I didn't look, Notts County are in Sky Bet League 1. Bit of a yo-yo team over recent years. Obviously, we were affiliated with them at Hinckley Leicester Road for a little while. I don't know if they're still affiliated. How do we look? Affiliated clubs. Yep, still affiliated with Hinckley Leicester Road. So, a little bit of a nice game to come into, and we're going to show those opening 2 games in this episode. First league game of the season, at home against Gillingham. I was going to say away then. At home against Gillingham. The side looks so familiar. There's still some lines in this 11. As you can see, it's Webb in goal, it's Penrice, Barkley, Benjamin and Reed across the back 4. Benjamin is the only player coming in there. Weston sitting in front of them. Hottie and McCann in the centre midfield. Cover on the left, James on the right, Alexander, the only other new signing, starting up front on the bench. And the one thing I love about being back in league football is 7 substitutes. So we've got Sierno, the new signing left back, Dunwoody, Abbott, Wells Morrison, Kavanagh, Hasty and Devante Cole. Lavaca misses out because he's struggling for fitness, so he'll miss out for today's game, as does Bather. He is out with an injury. We haven't made a lot of new signings this season. We haven't changed it too much. We are predicted to finish 7th. Let's get into the opening game of the season. This, according to the season preview, is a winnable game, so let's do it. Stockport County versus Gillingham. Let's go. Cover now. All the way back to the goalkeeper Webb. Very far out of this box. Benjamin now. There is nothing happened during this first 70 minutes. Wells Morrison into James now. On the right hand side, driving towards the byline. He does get the crossing. Keeper misses it, and Brandon Cover at the far post. Side foots it in. Slicker was not at all then trying to come to claim that ball. He got nowhere near it, and it's just dropped onto the foot of Brandon Cover. One winger to the other. James wide on the right hand side to the byline, crosses it in. Slicker gets just nowhere near it. I think he tries to punch it, and Cover just slots in for our first goal in League 2 this season. We have been absolutely on top. We haven't been clinical. 3 shots on target out of 15. We've dominated the possession. We've dominated the shot count. We just haven't been clinical enough. And 5 minutes to go. And Penrose can win that back there. And Weston and Wells Morrison can get away. Now Dunwoody fires it upfield towards Cole. Hancock heads it away. Amol into Donnelly. Switches that ball to Young Coombs. Young Coombs scores. And Webb went down way too early there. There seems to be a little bit of descent there from Dunwoody towards Webb. Webb just seemed to drop to his knees. And after taking the lead with 20 minutes to play, we've conceded a very sloppy goal. It's a good ball. Young Coombs takes it down. And like I say, Webb doesn't even dive. He just drops to his knees. And with 4 minutes to go, it is 1-1 here. There's a tight offside. Not that it's going to matter, that is very tight. The man on the outside there, Hurst, probably was just a fraction off. But that is a good finish. And we're going to go in from this opening game of the season, I think, with a draw. Oh, there's a highlight late on. Penrose looks for cover. It's headed away. Perkins can bring it away. Can we win the ball back off him? Hopefully don't want to get hit on the counter. Great challenge by Hottie. And, oh, come on, referee. We've come to league football and we're getting decisions like that come against us. Time has gone now anyway, because we're 3 seconds over. Surely there's no time. Well, the 20 seconds over now. Surely there's no time for anything. That was a great challenge from Florent Hottie. Not to be. The whistle is probably going to go in a second. It does go. It is a 1-1 draw in a game where we have been on top. 1.9 XG plays 0.29. We just weren't clinical at all. Alexander averages 6.7. Cole averages 6.7 as well. He came on with about 40 minutes to play. It's not a defeat, so it's not the end of the world, but a draw in our opening game here in the league, in a game that we should have won, is slightly disappointing. Changes made to the side for the game in the Carabao Cup against Notts County. It's Webb in goal, Penrice, Barkley, Benjamin and Reid. Abbott comes back in that defensive midfield role. Kavanagh and Wells Morrison play in that midfield duo. Cover on the left, Hasty on the right, Devante Cole in attack. I think that is 5 changes. So Abbott, Wells Morrison, Kavanagh, Hasty and Cole all in for Weston, McCann, Hottie, James and Alexander. Let's get into it and let's hopefully win our first Carabao Cup game of this save. Barkley now into Kavanagh, looks at ball for Wells Morrison. Taylor heads it away. Conlon square to Houghton and it's back to the centre back Taylor, who looks long but it's won by Barkley. Kavanagh into Hasty in the inside right channel. He can run at his man. He turns and does run at his man. Now he pulls it back for Reid, who looks for Wells Morrison onside into Hasty. What passing that is! And Kavanagh smashes it in. What a goal that is! Keeper went the wrong way as well, which was utterly bizarre. That is a fantastic footballing goal there. Hasty on the right hand side looked to drive, pull it back onto his right foot into Reid, into Wells Morrison, chested down, squared across. Hasty first touch. Kavanagh smashed it in. So well worked. 28 minutes to play. Stockport 1, Notts County 0. Stoppage time now, 3 minutes of it, 1 minute left to play. We're going to go through to the Carabao Cup second round, our first game in the Carabao Cup. We win it, we're in the second round. We're going to bring you the draw before the episode ends, and let's see who we can get. There'll be some Premier League teams in this as well. Hopefully we can get a big tie. Here we are, draw for the Carabao Cup second round. I know it's not important to a lot of people. It is to me. It's the first time we've played in this save, as I mentioned before. We're going to quickly hit draw next team throughout all of them. MK Dons, Bristol City, Wolves, Chesterfield, Walsall. I mean, we either want a League 2 side that we can potentially beat, or a Premier League side where we can have a big tie. Wigan got promoted last season. Considering we beat them, that was a fantastic result. Bolton, Barnsley, Brentford, Swindon, Norwich at home against Blackpool, Preston. We play Preston, who are in the Championship. Let's have a quick look. How are they getting on there? 18th. Last season they finished 18th. Last 2 seasons they finished 18th and 20th. So they're not in a good place. Gareth Southgate is the manager there. I mean, it's not the worst time we could have had it. There's potential that we can go and beat them. Let's just have a quick look at the schedule. We will probably come back for a triple header. Preston, Gloucester, and then Salford in our first Papa John's Trophy game. Again, competition that probably no one cares about watching. I'm not overly bothered about, but it'll be our first match of this save in the Papa John's, so we're going to show it. We're going to do that triple header: Preston, Gloucester and Salford. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time for the Carabao Cup second round, a League 2 game against Gloucester, and our first Papa John's Trophy game. Look at me, I'm all excited about it now. I'll see you next time.